What is up, XERA army? How's it going? Eroktic here. Since you're watching this video, I'm probably assuming that you're playing XERA and you wanna know what other people do not know. There is a lot of new people that are coming into the game and they are trying it out, and I'm glad to actually see that because game is actually amazing. Majority of my gameplay in XERA was during my live streams on twitch.tv/Eroktic, and a lot of people gave me great tips that made my gameplay more efficient, and now it is the time to pass that knowledge to you, my lovely viewer. Let's just jump right into it, because I do not have intro. Tip number 1. You can change your outfit anytime, anywhere. As soon as you spawn, your character is just gonna equip the random outfit because game is in the early access and we still do not have the access to actually put some clothes on our character. So the thing that you have to do, you just type in the chat /outfit and you can change your outfit that fits your playstyle. There is 5 different outfits, I think, maybe even more. But you can change them, so if you start as a blue mother trucker or white mother trucker, switch it on something more adept. Tip number 2. Bushes are overpowered. There is a couple of different bushes in the game, and this is definitely the best one to hide in. But if people see those types of bushes, they're gonna double check if you're inside or not, because people tend to hide in these types of the bushes. But before I go further with this tutorial, I want to show you one clip.
You've entered combat with another survivor. We can't protect you in the safe settlement.
Amazing, isn't it? So you can actually hide in this small tiny bush. You don't even need those big bushes. And those small bushes are everywhere. So the thing that you have to do is just look downwards, like this. And since your gear weight overall doesn't matter is it equipped or not, I'm gonna always have 21.2 kilos right now. No matter if my baseball bat is here or not. So with just unequipping the baseball bat, and putting it inside of my inventory, inside of my backpack, it is gonna be much harder for people to see you. But that's not it. If you start fresh, as a fresh spawn, you're gonna have 15 kilos on you. So you can actually even remove your backpack off you if your weight overall is less than 15 kilos. If you do not have backpack, and if you do not have anything on you, you're gonna be 100% hidden. You can actually switch your cloth to be a little bit more greener, if you know what I mean. Like this. You can actually also use the free look to look around you. Now, if you look to the left and to the right, your character will raise his look, but I personally do think that bushes are really overpowered in this game. Tip number 3. You can refill your water containers. Currently, there are 2 different types of the water containers. There are water bottles and water containers. And when you're drinking them, you're gonna have the empty bottle and you can refill them in a river. Rivers and lakes are everywhere and you can just spam it. You can actually see hydration and hunger underneath your character. You can just spam it with a fill and refill until your hydration is on a maximum, but that is not it. You can actually refill your water bottles while it's raining. When you hear rain falling, that is the great time to refill your water bottles, just to increase that thirst. And speaking about thirst, one of the most common mistakes that people are making is that they're spamming jumping while they shouldn't. For example, when you're running around, your camera angle is much better when you are jumping, right? You can see much higher up. But every 2 jumps is -1 water. So be careful when you're spamming jumping. Tip number 4. Increasing your global inventory space and unlocking new blueprints. On top of your screen, you can see the level of your character. And each level is going to increase the stash space. You will be able to put more kilos inside of your global inventory. And also, when you open your inventory, you can click crafting. You're going to unlock new blueprints. So all of that scrap metal and explosive chemicals and electronics that you're finding in the world, pick those up because you're gonna need them later on. Because the equipment that you're getting a little bit later, it is gonna greatly help you in a PvP. I'm on level 6 right now and my global weight is 370 kilos. And on my next level, that total weight is going to increase. Which is gonna bring us to our next topic, kill robots for the experience. And the way how to get experience in the game is by killing the robots, but most efficient one is killing the robots in the outposts like this. Because every single robot that you are going to kill in the compound event like this is going to give you double experience. But be careful, because when you see this on the map, in 99.9% of the cases you're gonna find another people. So be careful, because if you die, you're gonna lose 30% of the experience. You won't de-level though. So in case if I die right now, I'm going to be level 6 with 0% experience. Tip number 6, proximity looting. After you kill another player, they're gonna blow up like piñata, and everything that they had on themselves is going to be dropped on the floor. With holding E, you're gonna pick up those stuff. But this is way too slow. So the way how you should do it is come close in the range, and you're gonna have all of the items in the proximity. And you can just spam the right click, and everything that is on the floor is going to be looted. You can just selectively pick up the stuff that you want and stuff that you don't want, right? Tip number 7, fast transferring in your global bank. After you looted all of those stuff, this is gonna be really slow. So holding the shift button and right clicking all of the items like this, spamming right click while holding shift, is gonna automatically transfer all of the items that you want inside of your stash. And with right clicking the medical, it is gonna ask you, do you wanna transfer it? Bandages, do you wanna transfer it? Ammo. With holding shift and spamming right click, it won't ask you anything. You will not have to click the transfer, and that is gonna greatly increase the speed of the stuff that you're gonna put inside of your inventory, because in most of the cases you're gonna loot a lot of different varieties of the ammo, different supplies like food and drinks. So with just knowing that small little tip, you will transfer all of your stuff much more faster. Tip number 8, loot everything that you find. Like I said in one of my previous tips, you're going to need scrap metal and electronics and all of that junk for the future crafting recipes, but not just that. After looting something like Deagle, you're gonna gain experience for looting it, but on top of that, you're gonna also automatically loot the ammunition that was inside of this Deagle, which means you can drop it on the floor and the weapon is going to stay. Which means all of these weapons, all of it that I looted, I gain ammunition, and I can just drop all of that on the floor after picking it up. That is the only way how to unload the ammunition right now from the weapons that you find in the world. There are different variations of the robots. So I went inside of the military base, and as you can see, they're really mad on me. This right here is the most common robot, and you're gonna kill them the easiest. And then you have these yellow robots, and they're explosive ones, so be careful. Once when they reach you, they're like creepers in Minecraft. Once when they reach you, they're gonna explode and deal insane amount of the explosive damage to you. Both of them are really easy to kill. There are a couple of shots in the head, but after killing the yellow robots, they're going to explode no matter what. There is one more robot that I want to talk about. Once when you see the robot with the green eyes, that's a boss. And be careful, because that guy is going to shred you in a couple of hits, in 2 hits I think. So be really careful when you're reaching the military areas. Those bosses are spawning only here in the military base and on the airport. And the thing that I'm gonna say is that it is gonna take a lot of bullets to kill him. Thank God that they are not jumping on top of this, because if they are, we will be dead. Those bosses are dropping nice loot, like 10 grenades or 10 medkits. Now I got 127 7.62 rounds, which is also really amazing. So yeah, it is definitely rewarding to kill bosses, but be careful where you're killing them, because there is always somebody that is gonna watch. And my last tip for today is that you can actually one-shot robots with the melee. Of course, do not one-shot explosive ones, because you're gonna most likely die. I'm still learning how to do it properly, since it is a little bit harder, but basically just jump, look down, and try to hit him in the head. Just like that. They're gonna instantly drop, And you're gonna be stealthy, you're gonna be silent, because in 90% of the cases, people are gonna find you because you are shooting robots. So if you know how to use your melee correctly, you're gonna be fine. As you can see, it requires some practice, but sooner or later you're gonna figure it out. But yeah, that is it for today. I hope this video helped you. Leave a like if it did. Subscribe for more, share it with your friends. Maybe they also need those tips and tricks. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Eroktic out.